Hello everyone, today we're going to Leetcode the number 70 climbing stairs. So there are n stairs for you to reach to the top. So each time you can either climb 1 or 2 steps. How many distinct ways can you climb to the top? N will be a positive integer, so it will be like 1, 2, 3, etc. So if your input is 1, the output is going to be 1 because there's only one way to climb 1 step, which is taking just 1 step, right? So if your input is 2, the output is going to be 2 because you can either take 1 step at a time or 2 steps. If your input is 3, the output is going to be 3 because you can take 1 step at a time, 1 step and 2 steps, or 2 step and 1 steps. So if you keep doing the math, you will know that the output is a Fibonacci sequence starting from 1. So the sequence is going to be 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, etc. The reason why it's a Fibonacci number is because, okay, let's look at here. So when you're trying to climb 3 stairs, you can either take 1 step first or you can take 2 steps first, right? So if you take 1 step first, there are only 2 steps left for you to climb because you have 3 stairs to climb and you already take 1 step. So there are 2 steps left for you to climb. And for the 2 steps, you can either take 1 step at a time or 2 steps, right? So look at this, and it's exactly as here. The reason why it's exactly like here is because you have 3 steps and you take 1 step first already, and there are 2 steps left for you to climb, and you are basically just calling your previous number of ways of climbing it, right? It's because exactly like this scenario, and so this is the scenario where you take 1 step first. And what about you take 2 steps first? So if you take 2 steps first, then there's only 1 step left for you to climb. And to climb 1 step, there is only 1 way. So for here, you're basically calling your previous and previous input, which so where the input is 1 and the output is 1. So we can see that for the input of 3, you are basically calling your previous number of ways plus the previous number of ways, and you're adding them together. So that's the reason why it's a Fibonacci number. I hope this makes sense to you. So basically, we are just coding up a Fibonacci sequence, and there is a recursive way to do that, but the runtime complexity is too large, and when you submit it, it will exceed the runtime complexity. So we have to think about another way to code it up. So if you see here, our input 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Our output, which is the number of ways, is 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to initialize 3 variables called first, second, and third, and I'm gonna keep shifting it so that I can write a Fibonacci sequence. And let's try to code it up, and I will try to explain what it means. First we check the corner case is if n is equal to 1, just return 1. If n is equal to 2, I'll return 2. Okay, So we'll initialize the variable first at 1 because it's the first number, right? First number in the sequence. And we'll initialize the variable called second and make it 2 because it's the second number. So for I in range 3 plus 3, 2, and plus 1. So for these two steps, we dealt with 1 and 2 as the input. Here, we have to deal with the input from 3 all the way to the n. So for that, we will create a variable called third, and it's going to be the sum of first and second. So the third is going to be